Yeah, it was good. First day, we did the run this morning, and then here kind of a lighter practice afternoon. So got a good mix in, I thought. Yeah, sometimes the first day is like bombs away for the fans. You come out here and it's a ton of downfield throws. I thought it was a good mix. We got a lot in today. We got some I thought some pretty good looks. Did work on some screens and stuff, and worked on some no huddle. To kind of get the ball rolling, I thought get guys in good energy, good tempo. So yeah.
You mentioned good tempo. Is that a typical play for everybody to develop quickly? I know sometimes if it's a slow developing play, the defense figures it out.
Yeah. What's that? The screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just the nature of screens. I think in general, you catch them right, you execute it right. It's one of the prettiest plays in football. If they sniff it out, it's pretty ugly. And you end up a lot of times dirting it and moving on to the next play. A little bit the nature of the play. You work hard on it. It's a unique play. Big guys downfield in space. A lot of timing, a lot of moving parts. With linemen getting out, the running back getting out. Us QBs retreating. Completing the pass and. Then them setting it all up, and fortunately we've got athletic big guys up front that can do it. We've got great backs that are awesome in open space, so it's certainly something you want to have in your toolbox, so to speak. But yeah, it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of moving parts, a lot of trust from a lot of different guys, kind of counting on each other and timing things up well. And then, like I said too, you really got to kind of get the defense to bite, because if they don't, someone does sniff it out. Like I said, it's tough to succeed at that point.
You mentioned something the other day about how it's easy for rookies a lot of times to show flashes when you don't have the pads on. How much of a change is that? How much does it change the way your body moves and the way everybody else's body moves out there? Is it that much of a difference?
I think there's a couple things. For one, like I said, the contact is limited when you don't have pads on. The big guys a little more, but certainly the skill positions, you don't have to deal much. And all of a sudden you put the pads on, and it's full go now. And then I think with that, here as we get into camp, the volume's gone up. Things can you just kind of continue to layer the offense, and oftentimes I think young guys catches up with them there, just the mental aspect of it. So those guys got to do a good job of continue to stay on the details, being able to compartmentalize all that stuff, and put it in its place. It's the only way to really kind of handle all that. But certainly, you hear the physical aspect. There's a whole nother level to the game, even for receivers and DBs. Especially our defense. They're going to challenge you outside, and no more clean releases, no more getting off the ball like that. You better have a plan of attack. It's definitely an added dimension.
Alex, what have you seen from Tyreek Hill and his ability to get behind the defense on the deep ball?
Yeah, certainly he's got a gear there. As far as speed goes, that helps, and not just with the deep stuff, certainly the underneath stuff as well. There's just something inherent in that. And when you do have speed of that kind, that you get a lot of respect, and guys are scared of it, especially when you beat them with it. So, I think he's had a great off season. We had a good couple days here in rookie camp, so excited to see what'll happen here. Once they're live bullets with the pads on.
Alex, the team got your left tackle locked up on a new deal.
Yeah.
I guess, what about his game developed last year to kind of take him to that next level at that position?
I think honestly it's just it's been a steady climb since his rookie year, and I think he's continued to work hard in the areas he's needed to work. I think he's been, he's never settled, he's never gotten complacent, he's been real with himself, continued to work on things, and has just really, really progressed. Listen, it's one of the hardest positions in football. There is no off week. Every single team has a guy on that side of the ball that can go get the quarterback, and as a young guy, it's hard week in and week out. The guy makes 2 plays a game. You're in the paper. You could dominate him the rest of the game, but he beats you twice, and everybody knows it. So it's a tough position. I think he's handled it really well, mentally and physically. I think he's matured in both of those areas. And I think his game's come along. I think he's just in all. There's so many different things that the tackles are asked to do in space, and the guys they go against, and I think he's just kind of continued to chip away at that. And I'm happy that he's been rewarded for it.
as the leader of the offense and the guy who has the best understanding of the offense as it's in that huge
Thank you.
playbook.
Yeah.
When you walk off the field after today, or even when you get to the pads on, do you leave with a mental checklist in your head? Like, I need to talk to Conley about that.
Oh yeah,
cut.
yep, absolutely. Every single day, there's something. You know, as soon as the team breakdown, I'm usually, or even a lot of times I don't even wait that long. As soon as the team period's over, I'm hunting up, get something that I saw, you know, and just want to make sure those guys were thinking the same thing. The ball couldn't even have gone to them. I just, you know, making sure that, hey, did you see the same thing I was seeing, and were you thinking the same thing? You know, and just constantly, I think just that line of communication is really, really healthy. You know, and I think it's just something that makes everybody better. You know, I think the more you continue, especially young receivers, get them to think like I'm thinking, think like a quarterback, see things like that, you know, the better.
That's the details you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's the details together. You know, that there's so many things, you know, that go into a play, and it's not just on a paper, but it's like there's so many nuances of looks you can get. And, you know, I just think talking through them, and there's a lot of carryover play to play, you know, and I think when those guys get a sense of, you know, what we're thinking as quarterbacks and vice versa, you know, when I hear what they're thinking and what, you know, what they had in mind, that it helps. You know, that stuff all goes a long way, and that's what this time's about. Yeah.
Last one, B.
What about your offensive line? You have a lot of experience in the bookends. Left guard, not as much experience, but Mitch Morse coming in the second year. Do you feel more comfortable with that group in front of you, with the experience they've gotten?
Yeah, I feel really good with the entire group, not just those five. I feel like we got a lot of depth. You know, certainly it helps. You know, different than last year. Mitch, you know, stepping into second year. For me, I can't say enough of, you know, how far he's come in a year. You know, I really don't view him. You call him a second-year player. I really don't. In my head, I really don't view Mitch as a second-year player. It's just kind of how he carries himself, his attention to detail out there, his play. I mean, the guy's a real pro. You know, and that helps. You know, certainly we put a lot on the center in this offense, and for a young guy to come in and handle it the way he has is awesome. So it certainly makes my job a lot easier with all those guys. So yeah, and then. That stuff helps. So yeah, we're a little young at left guard, but I think in general we have a ton of depth. We got a lot of guys that have played football at this level and played at a high level. You know, so you know, no matter what, I mean, I think that's important going into a season. You know, no matter how things shake out.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.